The Hawaii United Okinawa Association's virtual Okinawan Festival is made possible thanks to donations from viewers like you. Mahalo and ippe nihe debiru.
Aloha! Please kokua and help us reach new viewers by subscribing to our HUOA YouTube page. Look for the red subscribe button on the bottom right. It's free. Your subscription supports our mission to share Uchinanchu Aloha around the world. Also, don't forget to give our videos a thumbs up. Mahalo and yuta surugutu urige sabira. Hello, hello. Hi, Sai. How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
Hey, how's it, everybody?
Good to see you. Long time no see. Virtually.
Yes. I just want to say hi, Sai Gusio to everyone. Tonight's show is going to be a little different. It's going to be talking about the Legacy Banquet and basically how it started and how important it is to our HUOA organization to keep up with this legacy event that we're doing. And tonight we're going to actually go through some of the history of the Legacy Banquet. But before we start, David Jones has a few announcements that we'd like to make on the HUOA events that are happening currently. So David, you're on.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much. Janine, good to see you on the show. You've been supporting us for, this is our third year running. And thank you for watching us week after week. Thank you to all the viewers out there for supporting us for these many years. It's great to, we're getting back, still in the pandemic, but we're still, pushing for live events. Yet, it's so important to push forward on the digital front as well too, to be able to reach the global community. And so, happy to see you guys back. My name is David Jones. I'm this year's president. We have Pat Miyashiro, who's the immediate past president for HUOA, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about the Legacy Award Banquet that's coming up. And we have our current vice president, Chikako Nago, who many of you probably know from Keizu. She's our amazing host for Keizu radio program that we have Sundays at 4時半ですよね. 4:30.
Right.
On Sundays every week. And so, again, thank you very much to everybody. Really appreciate that if you could continue to subscribe if you haven't already. And really appreciate donation. You can do a super chat via YouTube if you're part of YouTube. And if you really like our content, we appreciate your donation, whether it be $1, $5, $20. And so far, just a recap, since it's been a while since I've been on and I like to talk. And so just a little bit of recap because I can't believe it. We're almost halfway through 2022.
That's right. Yeah.
So fast. Yeah, it's been a very busy year, and our theme this year is Chuishiji, helping each other and then reaching new heights. And we set out a goal at the beginning of the year to reconnecting back to our culture and an identity. So continuing to push for events, cultural events like the Okinawan Festival that's still going full speed ahead in September 3 and 4, and we're going to be doing it live at the convention center. Our Legacy Banquet that's coming up, and personally, I've been going to the Young Okinawans Ahoy Bondance practice, which has been on Fridays in person live, and I think we had our first Bondance too, right? A couple of weeks ago at Waipahu. I'm not sure if any of you have attended, but very exciting. Reconnecting to each other has been a big push. We've been starting to have a lot of hybrid meetings, but starting to meet in person, and a lot of talk story and really getting to know the people that are at the meeting. So it's been really good to see other people. We also just had the 50th anniversary of our golf tournament that happened last month, which was very exciting. We had over 100 people, 100 golfers, including Pat, who was in our super senior group. Yeah. A lot of fun, and then the Taikai that's coming up is still being planned, full speed ahead. And so really exciting first half of the year, and a lot of live meetings or live events that are coming up. And real quick, I also want to announce to you guys that we just recently updated our website. So if you haven't checked it out recently, if you go to huoa.org, we have a completely redesigned website that's just very easy to use, very clean. Big mahalo to Jennifer Kumura and Lynn Miyashiro and actually many volunteers who help put the website together. But you can look at the webpage; it's very easy to see, easy to navigate. You can also sign up for Purple Blast to get the weekly email. You can sign up for the newsletter. And if you go to our events page, there's events, if you navigate from the top, you can find out all the big events that are coming up. And I just want to make a quick announcement on a lot of the events that are coming up. First and foremost is the Senior Fair, Health and Fitness Fair, which is coming up this week, Friday, at the Hawaii Okinawa Center. And it's very exciting because it starts at 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be a lot of vendors there. So you get to see anything from, I don't know, I've actually never been. Pat, have you been before?
Yes, it's very interesting. And for all those seniors that are wanting to find out how to take care of their parents or whatever, this is a good venue to come. And you can get a lot of information to help your loved ones, and I think it's a wonderful benefit for all of you to come down. Plus, you can buy andagi.
Andagi, yeah, from Pat, in fact, and there's going to be classes going out throughout the day too. So very exciting, and I believe it's free. Yeah,
It is free.
Yeah, so I highly recommend. So this week, Friday at the Hawaii Okinawan Center, Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And also coming up in July is Kenten Odo Sensei is going to have a solo concert at Pearl City Cultural Center Saturday, July 9th at 2 p.m. You could still get tickets from my understanding. It's called Wachi Mugukuru Utati Katayabira, Sharing My Heart Through Song. And it's a solo concert by Kenten Odo Sensei. So very exciting. And then also we're going to be having the Legacy Award Banquet back at the Hilton Hawaiian Village Coral Ballroom. And then we'll be talking about that more later. And again, please mark your calendars, September 3 and 4, Saturday, Sunday. It's the Labor Day weekend. We have the Okinawan Festival, which is coming back to the Hawaii Convention Center. And we're also going to have the Bon Dance on Saturday. So that's actually all the announcements that I have, things that are coming up. But very exciting second half to the year, and we have more events coming up. So
yeah, I think, David, what you forgot, the really important thing for the senior fair on Friday is that they're pulling grand prize winner for Las Vegas trip. So you might want to explain that.
Yeah. So it's the なんだったっけ? I forgot the sponsor for that is
Vacations Hawaii.
Vacations Hawaii, and I think typically in the past we're very fortunate to have a sponsor donate that. Typically it would be airfare and hotel, and this year my understanding is just going to be hotel, correct?
Yeah. Only, I think 5 nights hotel.
I believe so. Yeah, 5 nights
Yeah.
hotel. So, but it's still a good deal. So you could win if you show up. So I mean that's another big reason to come out. And again, also if you look at our Purple Blast too, even our webpage, we have a design concert. We do a Okinawa Festival T-shirt design contest. It's going to be open Friday, July 1. And then you have, you have to submit your design by Friday, July 1. So you got to start now. And you can go to our website, okinawanfestival.com website, to get more details and information on how you can participate and submit. So a very exciting way to show off your arts and your talents.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also actually one more, yeah. So Ire no Hi is going to be Thursday, June 23rd. So that's another live event that's going to be coming up, and it's going to be, so Ire no Hi is Okinawa's Day of Remembrance, and so that's a day that we remember, everybody who've, everybody. It was a devastating day, right? That's the Battle of Okinawa, and it's a remembrance for those who sacrificed their lives, and it's a day of remembrance, and kind of reminds us, how important it is to kind of wish for peace. Peace amongst each other, peace with other nations, and just kind of remember what the toll was for that toll from the Battle of Okinawa. And so it's a day that we're going to actually gather here in person. You do need to RSVP, but we're going to be watching a movie called Satokibi Batake Uta, Song of the Cane Fields. It's going to be a potluck style. Donations are welcome, and for refreshments and desserts. So it's going to be a day to, it's not a show that we recommend for really young children, but I think middle school and up, it'd be it would be good. But come on out if you can. Yeah.
Yep. So, David, I think Irinohi is on June 23rd in Okinawa, but here in Hawaii, it's on the 22nd of this month. So.
Oh, no. Actually, it is going to be June 23rd this year.
It is?
I know, and typically we would do day before, because that's when Japan and Okinawa would be celebrating the event. But yes, it is going to be a Thursday, June 23rd.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No worries. But again, at the Hawaii Okinawan Center Legacy Ballroom, and it starts at 6 p.m. Yeah?
Oh, great.
Thank you, David, for that wonderful overview of what's happening with the HUOA. So all of you that are not familiar with what's happening with HUOA, David just gave you a rundown as to what's happening. So hopefully you'll come out and support the HUOA. So basically, tonight's program is about the legacy. And what is the legacy? The legacy is the theme that David put in, true Ishiji, helping each other. And these people that we honored in the past have all helped the organization to make it what it is today. So tonight's program, we're going to talk about how it happened, the past honorees, and then after we get through all of that, then we're going to just talk about the upcoming event that's happening on July 24th. That's on a Sunday at Hilton Hawaiian Village. And let's just give you a rundown of what the HUOA is all about. The HUOA is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote the Okinawan culture here in Hawaii. We have over 50 club members, as with a number of people of like 40,000 people that belongs to these clubs. And the Hawaii Okinawa Center is the home of the HUOA. And HUOA largest event is the Okinawan Festival. They do have the Hawaii Student Exchange Program, the Children's Day Camp, the Senior Health Fair, which is happening this Friday, the HUOA Community Reach Program that we need to get more involved in, and there's many more events that these events help to support what we do here at the Hawaii Okinawa Center. So with that, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown what happened of the Legacy Banquet. So, and I have Chikako Nago that's going to be alternating with me on the years. So Chikako, thank you so much for helping.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so what happened? In 2003, we started with the first Legacy Banquet, which was held at Sheraton Waikiki on May 18, 2003. We had 7 honorees. So the first honoree was Seihan Okama. And he is, I'm sorry, we have, you're gonna show the pictures first? Okay. Akira Sakima, who was my mentor from the Ginawan Club, he actually got me involved with the club, and to be honest with you, Akira, he was a legislator as well as a great organizer. He was past president of the HUOA in 1971 and 72. And then we have Shinsuke Nakamine. Albert Teruya in 2003. Harry Seisho Nakasone. Kikui Kaneshiro, dance instructor. That's Akira Sakima again. And Seihan Hokama, who was his son Isaac Hokama was president in 1991, 1992. There was the first father and son presidents of the HUOA. So I want to give them a great round of applause. And the last one was
So this Sean again.
the Seihan again, yeah. Oh, you got Shinsuke Nakamine again. The last one was Yasu Uezu.
He looks young.
And
Oh, that's nice.
the president for 2003 was George Tamashiro. So anyway, so Chicago, you can go on with 2000. So we used to do this event every 2 years. Then in 2012, we started to do it every year. So we're just going to go through the years and kind of reminisce back to see who the honorees were. So Chicago.
So the second Legacy Award was 2005, and the honorees are these are the honorees, and this is the pamphlet. That's so cute, nice Pingata pamphlet there. And let's see, the first honoree are Zenpan and Tsuru Arakawa family. So they are the founder of Arakawa Shoten, right? Yeah. I like her hair. Look at that. So cute. Okay. And next one is Charles and Francis Higa. So they are the founder of Zippies. Okay. And that's Charles Higa right there. I think he has chili there. And Lin Yoshiko Nakasone. Oh, the picture in the center is the governor Inamine back then. Okay, that's the Yoshiko sensei. And this is Yoshino Majikina Nakasone. Yoshino sensei, ne? So beautiful. And Wallace Teruya. It's a beautiful smile. Okay, so
Okay.
that's 2007, right? Okay.
In 2007, we had Violet Ogawa, who was a Paranku teacher way back when. And then we have Katsumi Shinsato, who has a Sanshin club or Sanshin group that played for Shinsato. And I think Karen Takara was playing for Katsumi
yeah.
Shinsato. Yeah. And we have our architect, Maurice Yamasato. And Maurice was past president in 1988-89 of the HUOA. And he is the architect that designed the Hawaii Okinawa Center, as well as the Hawaii Okinawa Plaza and everything else you ask him to do. He'll design it for you. Again, we had Wally Yoramine. Oh, Wally Yoramine? Wallace Yoramine. He was the baseball player, right? Paul Yoramine? Yeah, okay. And the Reverend Chikai Yoshimori from Jikoing. So those were the honorees in 2007.
Okay, so 2009 honorees are James Serikaku. Wow, James. Wonderful. And Rono K. Nigita-san. Then Kiyoshi Kinjo. I'm sure everybody remember his play, Sanshin and whatnot. Okay, then Victor Yamashiro. Yeah, Victor was involved in a lot of activities, and he did chairperson of the many events.
Actually, he kind of took care of the festival for a long time. All one person. He did a lot. He did a lot. Then in 2012, the festival was held at the Sheraton again, and we have Terry Higa, who's a sensei for Hawaii Taiko Kai. We have Mike McCartney, who's with the tourism agency, HTA. We have Mitsuko Toguchi Nakasone sensei. We have Stanley Masaki Takamine, who was also a past president of the HUA in 1979-1980, and Mark Teruya of Armstrong Produce. So we want to thank them for all of their contributions to the HUA.
Great. So 2013, honorees are Doris Ching, Henry Isara, Grant Sanda Murata, and Sho Yoshie Nakasone, Jackson Nakasone, and Charles T. Toguchi.
In 2014, we had Takejiro Higa, Keith Yukio Kamiya from Kamiya Papayas, and Jane Tamai Kaneshiro, Mamo Kaneshiro, who was a gardener for HUA, and Judge Herbert K. Shimabukuro. That's Chris's father. Chris is standing to the extreme left. So we want to thank them for the 2014 honorees.
And we continue for 2015 honorees. They are Governor George R. Ariyoshi, and Mayor Alan M. Arakawa, and Gwen C. Fujie, and Masakazu Teruya, and Seiichi N. Sachiko Nancy Toguchi.
So the honorees for 2016, President was Tom Yamamoto, was Yoshinobu Oshiro, who was a PhD in education, Shinkichi Chik Takaro, who actually designed the HUA logo that you see on my shirt here, right here. Sorry, I cannot look. Anyway, he designed this logo. Thanks, Jake.
Wow.
Tokichi Dynamite Takushi from Okinawa. Choichi Terukina Sensei, who is a great Sanchin player. And Roy Tokujo of he has a thing outside by the Leeward Community College, or Leeward side. The luau place.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so honorees 2017, Shin-e Gima, doctor, and Governor David Ige, and Jake Shimabukuro is in the center, right? Yeah, okay. And Hidehito Uki with San Noodle, and Herbert Yanamura. They are the honorees of 2017.
Okay, for 2018, the honorees are Thomas Taro Higa, Satoru Isui, he's a PhD. We have 3 dance instructors, Lisa Maika Nakasone Nakandakari, Keith Konosuke Oshiro, Julia Asami Nakasone Okamura, John and Lin Wahei, and Patsy K. Young, representative. So thank you to all these honorees. They're great, especially the senseis from Nakasone. They did a great, well, all of them. Thank you for your contributions.
Okay, so this is the most recent Legacy Award, 2019. There are Zenki Nakazato from Okinawa, Akira Makiya from Okinawa, Choko Takayama from Okinawa, and Asami Ginoza from Okinawa, and Arthur and Lorraine Kaneshiro, and George Tamashiro, and Roy Yamaguchi. So that's the year that so many honorees from Okinawa, and then they've been doing so much for between Okinawa and Hawaii, right?
Yeah, I'd just like
Most
to
of
mention that the four honorees from Okinawa all belong to the Okinawa Hawaii
yeah,
Kyoryukai, which was very instrumental in helping us get the Hawaii Okinawa Center as well as helping with the Hawaii Okinawa Plaza project. So they were very great. They were an inspiration to the people in Okinawa to help make contributions to actually build this nice center that we have and to build up the building across the street. So they were
yeah,
very nice. The Okinawa Hawaii Kyoryukai people, uh, they formed because I think they had education in Hawaii, and when they went back to Okinawa, they formed this to kind of keep that bond between Hawaii and Okinawa going. So we want to
yeah. Hawaii,
keep that up.
sure.
Yeah.
So Hawaii Okinawa Kyokai, these honorees, they work so hard, and now more younger people involved in the organization. So we get to meet them by Zoom from time to time, and one of them is your relative, Patrick Chiaki.
Oh, yes, yes, Chiaki. She just joined the Okinawa Hawaii, Kyoryukai. I was surprised to hear that, but
Yeah.
yeah, she's in her 30s, I think,
Hmm.
and yeah, she'll be a great addition to that organization.
Sure.
So we need to speak. We need to kind of talk for another couple minutes. So if you have anything else you want to say, Chicago, you're very welcome
You
to
know,
give your.
yeah, I attend. I know many of you attended the banquet. I'm sure many times, but I wasn't able to attend every banquet. But even that, um, I think the earlier 2003 I did. So each time I attend, and then I really feel the appreciation to all these honorees. And then, if you attend the banquet, you get to know each honorees, their childhood and how they had to go through in those days. And we can just see from the pictures, and then all those the small talks from family members, and we really get to know each honorees and then how they contributed to the Okinawan community as well as Hawaii's community. So I felt so proud of each of them, and I feel so much appreciation. So I'm sure that if you attend, you get to know the history of our community and then Hawaii too, and then all those hardship sometimes, and the happier time they went through, and then um, the production itself, like showing the film or talk and entertainment, that will show you everything, and you could feel, and that's really a sharing the culture and sharing the Uchinanchu Chimugukuru. So I highly recommend that, especially the younger generation, bring them to the banquet, and and have them see that what Okinawans have done. So yeah, and it's a great event, though, Pat.
Yes, I have to say so much about what Chikako is saying because attending these functions, you actually get to appreciate what these people have done because the production of the film and what they actually did is so heartwarming. It kind of brings tears to your eyes. It makes you proud to be an Uchinanchu because you can feel the emotional thing that's there, and it's like, wow, these guys they did all that, and we're part of it. We're benefiting because of their contribution to whatever they did. So yeah, it's very heartwarming to go, and I encourage those of you that have not attended to come, and also to take part in the silent auction. We have a great silent auction program planned for you guys, and to participate in that and to actually see who the honorees are today. So we're going to be talking about them in about a few minutes. So
Yeah.
um,
So we
stay
we
tuned.
have Yeah, we have many events, but this is one of the events that so glad that HOA started, right, Pat?
Yes, and I'm so happy about too is that this Yuntaku Life program that we have going on right now. Uh, about several years ago, one of the members from my club asked me, "Hey Pat, what are we gonna do? How can we get history recorded?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what we can do." But when this Yuntaku Life came about, and I saw what was happening, this is how you can promote the Okinawan culture as well as uh, letting other people see it and actually feel it and learn more about it. And this Yuntaku program that David Jones came up with, I think it's a great idea, and it just fulfills that gap that we were missing to actually learn about the history of how the Okinawans in Hawaii survived and the hardships that they went through, and we are all the benefit of what happened throughout these years. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then how it started, and all those people that involved to make that the program successful. We just want to thank them too, because they work so hard to film the
yes,
individual and the interviewing, and have them talk to the family members, and come up with the entertainment the family can bring over, and all these small things. But we have been doing all this until 2019, so that is so wonderful. Yeah.
okay. So getting back to all of these things that we're saying, I feel so happy that we are part of this, and it's you know um, I first learned about this program last week when Caro said, "Hey Pat, we have a Legacy uh, Yuntaku Live." I said, "Oh, really?" And John's not here, and that's the reason why I'm doing it, because John's not here. I can't take John's place because I'm trying like heck. But anyway, sorry we don't have entertainment for you guys to see. It's just basically a history lesson to all of you, and we're gonna. Gee, we have Lynn Miyashiro coming on. So anyway, Lynn is going to be talking about some of the programs coming up for this legacy banquet. So, Chicago, thank you for supporting me
Yeah,
for
my
this first half of the
pleasure.
program. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, how are you doing, Pat? Hi, how you guys doing? Hi, Chikako-san, how are
Hi,
you?
Lynn. Good,
Big
good.
Kazusa. Sorry, guys, I couldn't join from the very beginning, but hello, everyone. Hi. Oh,
Yeah,
I
so Lynn is coming on to help us with the second half of this program, which is to talk about the legacy banquet that's going to happen on July
24.
24.
Correct.
It's
Yes.
going to start basically at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to
Mhm.
be at the Hilton Hawaiian Village Coral Ballroom.
Correct.
Um, it's going to be a Sunday lunch, and we have different uh, 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 what do you call table settings.
Yep.
So Lynn, maybe you can talk about that for a little while now.
Sure. So I know you
Oh,
guys went over the history, right, of the Legacy
yes,
Awards and all the past honorees, and how this is really like a chance for all of us to really look at our community, and even people, other Okinawans outside. Hi, Linda. How are you? People in our community who really want to, support each other. And a lot of people are actually Uchinanchu or Uchinanchu at heart that have given so much to our community. And so this year, we are having our Legacy 2022 after a 2-year hiatus, because we thought this was something that was really best done in person. And so this year it is Sunday, July 24th, like Pat said, 9 a.m. at Hilton Hawaiian Village. And we're honoring 3 people this year. We have Mark Mugiishi, who, for those of you who don't know, he has roots in Nago. He is the president and CEO of HMSA. So that's a well-known company here, right? And he's done so much. It's the state's largest health organization. I'm sure many of our watchers are actually HMSA members. But he served the community in so many different capacities. You know, he's very active in a lot. He's actually a doctor, surgeon by trade, and he's worked as I think a professor at the John A. School Burns of Medicine. He's also done. Anyway, he's a surgeon by trade, which is already amazing. But one of the other things that people know him for is that he served as the chair of the Iolani School Board of Governors, and he's also a coach. He's a varsity basketball coach. And so Coach Mugiishi, or they call him, Coach, they've known him for a very long time. And so he's been a friend of HUOA. And other fun fact, he's also helped, for those of you who know the Broadway musical, Allegiance, that shared the Japanese American story during World War II, and it starred George Takei and Leah Salonga. Well, Dr. Mugiishi was one of the producers, and he helped bring that show to life. He helped fundraise for it, and it was just something that he's very, very passionate about. So somebody who is both professionally and personally involved in the community. And by the way, he has roots in Nago. Did I mention that? Yeah. So he has roots in Nago, which is like a something I actually didn't know myself. I've known actually Dr. Mugiishi for a while, but I didn't know that he had roots in Nago.
Lynn, can I add a little bit more to that?
Yeah.
As far as doing the basketball thing, he did 11 league championships and 7 state championships in the basketball for Iolani. So he's done a lot.
Wow.
7 state championships.
I see. Okay. Sorry, I thought I could share my screen, but I was going to put the flyer up there. The second person that we have, and you can see this all on our huoa.org website. You can see their 3 pictures, is Paul Yonamine. And Paul, oh, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, here we go. That's our Legacy Award Banquet. So Mark Mugiishi is on the top right. He is the president and CEO of HMSA, also roots in Nago. I'll save Jane for last because I think many of us know her. And we also have Paul Yonamine on the bottom right here. He is, for those of you who know Wally Yonamine, who was the first Japanese American football player in the NFL and then the first American to play baseball in Japan. His father is Wally Yonamine, and Paul in and right of his own business profession has become very successful. And we're so lucky to have, proud Uchinanchu like him leading our community here in Hawaii. He's currently the executive chairman of Central Pacific Bank and has been in that position for a few years now, and he's really transformed the bank in just the short time that he's been there. He is, of course, Uchinanchu, and he has roots in Nakagusku. So, and he's been a really big supporter since, he grew up was born in Tokyo, but his family always had very strong ties. Both his mom and dad were originally from Hawaii. I found out his dad was from Olowalu and his mom was from Waimea, I think, on the Big Island. And he's like, if you can just imagine, Tokyo in the 1950s and 60s, it's still very much so a developing, post-World War country. And so, not necessarily the Tokyo we all know today, but that's kind of where he grew up. And they had this little microcosm, he said, of his family in Hawaii, that they kept their Hawaii roots very strong, even though they were living in Tokyo. So he has a fascinating story, and he's one of our strong supporters of HUOA too, through CPB Foundation and other ways. Like he helps us through the Wally Yonamine Foundation to donate things for our silent auction and things like that. So thank you again.
Yeah. Also, I didn't know that he was born and raised in Tokyo, Japan. So, yeah.
Yeah. But still kept his, their local roots were very important to him. So I think that I can't imagine, living abroad during that time. It must have been absolutely fascinating. And then for those of you who don't know him, he was also, before coming to Hawaii to be the executive chairman at Central Pacific Bank, he was also president and CEO of IBM Japan. He also worked at Hitachi Consulting, KPMG. So he's worked at a lot of the big firms around, global firms. And so he really brings that
Yes.
global presence, but also has those local roots.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, Lynn.
Right. And of course, last but not least, Jane Sarikaku. As many of us know Jane, um, she was the beating heart and soul of HOA for many, many years. She was our executive director for about 10 years.
12 years.
12 years, excuse me, from 2006 to 2018. And she was our first female president of HOA in 1993-94. And I clearly remember this as a child. I must have been, sixth grade at the time. So seeing Jane being installed as HOA president actually inspired me that, it's possible,
Okay.
like I hadn't ever seen any other women um, as officers, at the time, but seeing Jane as president was really, really something that stuck with me. So it's true, guys, you do inspire the next generation. Um, I can say that
Lynn,
myself, that I thought, what I thought as a 12-year-old? Oh, shucks, I cannot be the first female president of HOA. Sorry, that's just me. But
yeah, but Lynn, okay, that's okay. You have a lot of admirers that are looking up to
oh,
you that want to follow in your footsteps. So I think you're doing great. Thank you.
right. Oh no, no, but yeah, no, we really, really, of course, many of us, love Jane, and this is our chance to honor her. We all kind of felt she left us too soon in 2018, and right after that, the pandemic hit, and so I think this is one of our chances to really honor her and the legacy that she left behind. Not only at HOA, but actually her teaching legacy is also
Hmm.
her legacy as an educator is
And I want to
so
add too that basically what you're hearing Lynn say about Mark Buishi and Paul Yunamini and Jane Surikaku, you're gonna see all of that on film, and it's so heartwarming that it actually. I was talking to the videographer, and he said it brings tears to your eyes that after you see it. So it's going to be a heartwarming event, and I encourage all of you to make an effort to participate in this Legacy Award Banquet. So if you haven't turned in your application, I'm going to call you. Thank you.
yes, Pat will call you for sure. And if you don't know how, it's easy. Oh, sorry. You can go to our HUOA.org website. There's a link there. You can either call, you can fill out the form. Um, we have tables of 10. Oh, yeah, here's the form right here. There's tables of 10. We're taking reservations now. Let's say you don't want to do a whole table of 10, you just want to buy 4 seats or something, you can do that as well. And as a fundraiser for HOA, this is one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. So we are, like many other galas and fundraisers around town, it is a little bit expensive to go. I recognize that, but it is also a really nice luncheon to be able to celebrate, our honorees, our past honorees, and also for us just to be together again. I think we're all excited about having, more in-person events. All right, so here's the form. I think we're hoping to get more people signed up by the end of this month. So encourage all of our clubs, your friends, if you want to come out and have a nice, luncheon. It was just absolutely one of those events where, Legacy is one of those times where we can come and, get dressed up a little bit, have a beautiful luncheon together. And so, like Pat said, there'll be some entertainment. We're excited about that, but you'll have to come and see, and as well as our videos that we've put together that are very, thoughtful. So mahalo to our Hawaii Okinawa Today, our video crew. I just want to say a deep mahalo to them because I know Pat has also worked with them, right, on some of the videos. I've worked with them on some of the videos, and it's a lot of work. So
Definitely, yeah.
all right.
So thank you, Lynn. Is there anything else? Maybe David, you got anything else that you want to say? No, you okay? Okay, so basically, this program that we're doing tonight is to talk about the legacy, how it started, and why are we having this legacy banquet? this Legacy Banquet is basically as a fundraiser to help the HUOA survive in times of need. And this COVID situation didn't help any. We couldn't do the festival, but you know what?
Yeah.
All of your contributions that you gave to the HUOA has surpassed our expectations, and it is so heartwarming. As again, heartwarming to see all of you make that contribution to HUOA. So thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. And is Chikako still there, or is we could bring her back on if we want to say? Oh, hi Chikako-san. Gomen, gomen. We just wanted to make sure that we said hello and thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much. And it's a great show because, if in from now on, people want to look at all the honorees from the beginning,
Mhm.
they can watch this one and then
Yeah.
see all the names and then
It's
pictures.
actually really good because before I used to have to go back to our
Mhm.
program booklets and go look at the old the past honorees, right? And so this is the
Yeah.
booklet from 2019. I think I have one from 2018 too, as well. But
Yeah.
if you go to the luncheon, make sure you keep the books because they're nice books. Oops, sorry.
Mhm.
It's done. When I went to Okinawa, they were so impressed with all of our booklets because it's done so professionally, and they say, "Wow, you guys do a nice form. The paper is nice, and it's not like how they do it in Okinawa." But they complimented how we do our annuals and all that. So yeah,
We do
it's
take a
worth
lot
it's,
of time, to put all
yes.
of these
Sure.
together.
Mhm.
It is quite a lot of work. So I want to thank our team who is putting our program together this year.
Yeah.
But like Pat taught me, sometimes people keep these for decades, right? And I think
Yeah.
Pat brought out a binder with installation banquet programs 20, 30 years ago.
Wow.
It's a really, really good way to. So that's why that was my goal now. I'm going to try to keep these for the future and put them in a binder and show the kids, 20, 30, 40 years from now.
That's awesome. Well, we have many years to come. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they're going to ask us, what happened in 2020 and 2021?
Oh,
Oh,
we had
my
a slight
goodness.
problem.
Yeah, something called a
They made
pandemic.
they made Lynn and I presidents, and we couldn't do anything.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unforgettable years, right?
yeah,
But yeah, that's
but
what
that's
makes it
okay.
even more exciting, to be back this
Mhm,
year.
mhm. Yeah. Great show,
Yeah.
Pat. Thank
Yeah.
you so
Okay,
much.
so to those of you that are watching, we thank you so much. To those of you that are tuning in on a later program, some of the events have already surpassed and it's not happening. But to those of you that are watching right now, make sure that you come to the senior fair, which is happening this Friday, and Ire no Hi, which is going to be on the June 23rd, I heard, right? Okay, here at the Okinawa Center. And don't forget Kenten Oro's recital on July 9th. He's going to have a wonderful performance at the Pro City Cultural Center.
Yeah.
Culture Center, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
And
we have our Okinawa Festival. we're really planning for that. We're hoping that nothing goes wrong, that the COVID doesn't spike and they gotta cancel again. I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
we're going full blast, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's imperative that we are doing a lot of in-person events, but we ask people when we do get together, please mask and try to do your best to keep each other safe because we want to continue to do in-person events. We don't want to hopefully have to cancel anything, do any of that. So keep each other
So we-
safe out there.
Yes, we want to keep each other safe and healthy, and also I want to just say this, that this is the first Yuntaku program that's ending on time. And
First time within an hour. We have
within actually we're less than an hour, so we're gonna end it because we got nothing else to say already.
But yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
But this is funny.
So-
It's actually true. We intended Yuntaku to only be an hour, but in the beginning. We just never could fit everything into an hour. So, hey,
You know, yeah.
work.
Yay! Great job. Woo.
Well, thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
We
So
appreciate
anyway,
it.
thank you all those who watch. You can play the music and we can say aloha or we can do kachashi or whatever. We're doing kachashi. That's the only entertainment you're gonna get. A kachashi without any music.
Oh, here we
All
go.
right.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.